Right now, we're going to talk about mold. It's not a fun conversation, but a necessary one. And Rainbow Restoration is your rapid response expert in a variety of home-related issues. From emergencies to scheduled appointments, their service professionals bring unmatched expertise and industry knowledge to fix your problem and bring the homeowner peace of mind. Recently, I chatted with their president, Josh Miller, about what to look for when trying to identify mold and the havoc it can wreak. Watch this. Josh, so good to see you. I'm so excited to talk to you today because I want to talk about, first, the national survey Rainbow Restoration conducted. It said that homeowners think about 37% of homes have mold, but the real number is closer to 50%. Why do you think mold tends to go unnoticed?
I think, first of all, thank you for having me this morning. And I think that one of the things is a lot of times, unless we see it, people don't really think about it. But there's really two primary things that we think about when we're identifying mold. A lot of people want to focus on, oh, I have black mold, and that's a certain specific family of mold, of which there's hundreds, if not thousands, of different families. So they get too caught up in, I want to identify what it is, versus any type of mold inside of a home or a living space isn't something we want there. So we don't see it, we don't think about it, but the two ways to identify it are we see it, number one, and or we smell it. So if we start to smell something musty, or it smells like, oh, I smell something like mildew, as my grandmother used to say, that means that there's a problem there that we need to go find out where we have water intrusion in the home. But I think that we don't identify it as much just because it might be in an area of the home that we don't use as often, or in a crawl space, a basement, things like that.
Josh, a few simple steps then, or habits we can start to make, the homeowners can take to prevent mold growth before it starts.
Yeah, great question. So the first thing is just that. We want to, if we see water intrusion or anything inside of the home, we want to find out what's causing that and address it immediately, because without water intrusion or high relative humidity, we don't have conditions that are ideal or correct for mold to grow. So the first thing is, if we notice there's any types of leaks, we want to figure out where that's coming from and then repair it immediately. The second thing is, now as we go into the heating season, we'll say we're going into the winter months, a lot of us have humidifiers inside of our home that are hooked up to our HVAC systems. We want to make sure that we manage the relative humidity in the home. It should never be above 60% relative humidity. An ideal range is 30 to 50% relative humidity, and we can buy a simple hygrometer inside of any hardware store that, set it up, and we'll see what's going on there with that. And then the last thing I would say is, to help prevent it, is that whenever we're working in the kitchen or in the bathrooms, make sure that we're running our exhaust fans, that they're vented outside, not just into the attic, but outside the home, and run those for another 10, 15 minutes after we're done taking a shower, or after we've done laundry, or we've cooked and created moisture inside the home.
All right, Josh, really good information. We only have about a minute left, but I want to ask you, what kind of damage, if mold is left untreated, what can it cause to a home?
Yeah, so mold will start to feed on organic materials like wood, drywall, ceiling tiles, and so as it consumes this, it causes structural damage that can cause degradation. So that can lead to costly repairs over time if we don't take care of it promptly. And so it can do anything from cosmetic damage to, I've seen in my career where the mold has actually degraded stud walls, floor joists, to where there's been very costly remodeling that has to be done in the home.
What kind of solutions does Rainbow Restoration offer, Josh?
Yeah, so we would, if any of your viewers have questions, they can go to rainbowrestores.com. Reach out to any one of our offices across the country or in the Atlanta area there. The solutions we offer is that we'll come in, we'll do a visual inspection, and as we've already mentioned, help understand what's causing this so that we can make sure there's no more moisture intrusion, so it doesn't happen again. And then from there, we'll lay out a plan of attack to remediate the mold, put things back to a healthy living condition, and restore people's peace of mind in living in their homes.
All right, restoring people's peace of mind. I love to hear it. Thank you so much, Josh, for your time today. Go to their website, rainbowrestores.com, if you have any home concerns for fast response and quality results. And thank you to Rainbow Restoration for sponsoring that segment.